Hello, Casa family. We are going to introduce to you our Peace Box at school so that it can give you some good ideas and ways to implement it at home. We also have set up our peace area here that we'll show you in a minute. As you know, that's one of the most important tools of conscious discipline is to calm, to find a way to breathe and center yourself again. So we have a peace area. It only has a little blanket or a rug and one pillow and one tool maybe, but we don't usually have the tools out. We have the tools out of the reach of the children, and then as they need it, then we give it to them. These are some samples of the tools that we have available. And then we have others in the box. We have cards that we drew and laminated to give them options sometimes, depending on what feeling they're having. We, of course, use empathy and say, I see that your body is doing this, your face is doing this. Are you feeling angry? Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling sad? And then we can offer different tools, one or two options, if that's appropriate. Sometimes we just need to offer them a hug, or we would know what they might need and offer them that tool, or when it's appropriate, we can give them a choice on a tool. It's always important to also have books or cards about feelings so they can identify them and talk about them and learn, like surprised, shocked, angry, or sad. This is, discipline is a way to teach language and self-regulation. So we're going to demonstrate a few of these and show you some samples of these today, Ms. Christian and I. So in our Peace Box, as I said, we have these laminated cards. We also have laminated conscious discipline tools. Ms. Tyler will send you guys a video as well with demonstrating a few of these, and Ms. Christian's going to demonstrate a few of these. You can download and print these from her website directly, and they're free. And then I'll show you a few extras that we have and some of the other items in this box. But I'll let Ms. Christian start with the balloon breath.
This is the balloon with breath, and they have directions on the back. So it says, place your hands on top of your head and interlace your fingers. Breathe in through your nose as you raise your arms, inflating an imaginary balloon. Release the air in the balloon by pursing your lips, exhaling slowly, lowering your arms, and making a sound. Ready? Okay. Let's do a balloon breath. That's what we do, the balloon breath.
We do, and we do it, we practice them sometimes throughout the day so that they remember, but then we also do it when they're having a rough time or when it's getting chaotic or loud. We're like, oh, let's all do a balloon breath. A good way to calm people is to just start singing. We'll start singing or doing some movement, and that'll get us back centered, and then we can practice some breathing tools. Yeah, so that's a balloon breath. So other things that we have in here that we pull out is we can ask for a hug. Ms. Christian, would you like a hug?
I would like a hug.
Of course, we can only do this in our homes right now, but the breathing ball. This is the breathing ball, right?
Yes.
So this one's one of our favorites, and it's usually available on the shelf because it helps and it shows us, it's like a visual of how important it is to really expand our lungs and to get that oxygen in our body. So we're going to breathe in really slow and breathe out really slow as we can open and close this. And I think it's always important to do breaths in sets of 3. So that was 1, 2, and 3. And this is a really effective tool for calming down. Of course, when our children are really upset and frustrated, they need to sit in the peace area and calm down without any tools. And sometimes they can't regulate on themselves, on their own, so they need us to sit there with them and help co-regulate. Once they're calming down, then we can show them, I see that you're frustrated, let's breathe together. And then eventually one day they might do it on their own. I know a lot of your students do, right? Or when they're feeling frustrated, they ask you for a tool and they know a specific tool they like.
Yes.
Alright, would you like to introduce a different one, Ms. Christian?
I can do the pinwheel.
The pinwheel. Oh, and this is what we're sending home. We're preparing to send home pinwheels for our primary students. But I think they're in season right now. If and when you're able to go to the store, or if you have some already, this is how we use the pinwheel as another breathing exercise.
The ones we're sending home, some of them break pretty easily, so I would suggest if you can to go to the dollar store. That's where I got this, and they're pretty sturdy. Okay, this is how we use the pinwheel. You ready? We're gonna hold your belly. Go. And that is really challenging for the children to get the pinwheel to spin. So remembering to always, every time you're introducing something to them, to do it really slow and just slow it down for them to go.
And they might get frustrated and not get it. So what would you tell them if they're like, it doesn't work?
Oh, I see. If it's not working, if they're not able to do it, oh, I think we can't do this right now. Let's try a different tool. And they might be sad, and you can say, I know you're sad. I'll give you a hug. Or would you like a hug?
Alright. Pinwheel, yeah, so these are all visuals that help them with taking deep breaths, which is what we need when we're really frustrated. So in our box, we have breathing ball, we have the stress ball. We demonstrated this during our peaceful discipline, and this is from Momentous Institute, and I believe right now everybody has things online, so if you go to momentusinstitute.org, you can probably find a lot of information on the tools that they use. But this is the glitter stress ball, and it's a visual to help children see that we're foggy, gives them an activity, something to focus on, and this is how you would do it. Just say, I see that you're really upset. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to shake this ball really, really hard like this. Now it's your turn. You shake it really, really hard. Show me how you shake it. Show me how upset you are about that. Alright. Okay, now my turn. Watch. Now I'm going to be really still, and I have to breathe. As I'm breathing, I notice that all the glitter is calming down, and it's starting to settle. I'm going to keep breathing so that this glitter can settle. Now that the glitter is settling, I can start to see through the ball clearer. So this is usually a tool for an older child to help them explain that whenever you're really upset, and it kind of looks like this. You're so upset and you have all these feelings in your head and in your body that it's hard to think clearly or to act clearly, so we need to settle our glitter. So in order to settle, we need to calm ourselves, and the way that we do that is breathing or finding a tool. But we don't tell the 3-year-olds that. We just tell them to shake it and then watch the glitter, and we're going to breathe with the glitter and see that it's starting to clear. And then that activity just transitions them into something interesting to do and a way to release that feeling so that they can calm, and then we can talk about that feeling. You were frustrated because you really wanted to use the pink tower today. I understand. Today, Foster has the pink tower. We'll try it again tomorrow. Would you like to introduce a different one, Miss Christian? Oh, the cream that we're sending home? So we're gonna call it the calming, we have cranky cream here, but we're gonna call it calming cream because it could be for any feeling.
So if they're feeling upset or sad, sometimes they ask for this, the calming cream, and I just, it smells so good. We just need a little bit. Let me show you how. Would you like to smell it? It smells so good.
That's it, just tiny little drop. And so, are you feeling sad? We also use it, this has been one of our rituals that we're using for going to sleep. This is actual lotion, but in our toddler classroom and what we're sending home for our toddler families is a coconut. It's just organic coconut oil and lavender, and then we do this before nap time every day. We say goodnight to your head, goodnight to your shoulders, goodnight to your knees, goodnight to your toes. We offer them a hug, and then we give them a little goodnight cream. We put it on their hands and we have them smell it. So we'll be sending that for them. And you can make creams or lotions for anything. You can call them anything. You can draw on them, and that'll be really fun. Is there any another one that you think would be really important that your students use?
the main ones that they use. Sometimes they get this little squeezing ball and they're pretty firm, so they try to squeeze them like, kind of like a stress ball.
Something to squeeze, yeah.
Yeah.
Something to squeeze.
Something to squeeze tight.
Thing to squeeze tight. And then sometimes if it's a big feeling, we need to go outside because it's really overtaking our body. We need to go run or yell or kick a ball.
Alright.
So those are some of the main tools that we recommend and suggest for home. And feel free to email us during this time with any questions or comments you have. We miss you guys. Bye.
So this is a setup. Any corner in your house or little quiet area for your child maybe. You can have multiple ones of these in certain rooms. So you just need like a blanket or a rug, and then a tool or a little basket too with a couple of tools that you've given your child a lesson on at home how to use appropriately, and always reminding them that if they're not using it appropriately, then they can't work with it, and keeping that respect for the material and that the piece area tools are for piece area tools. And we provide a little comfortable pillow, and here we have the pinwheel. So if they're feeling upset or they're having a big emotion and they need some to self-soothe or self-console themselves, you can invite them to go to the peace area. Do you need a moment in the peace area? And invite them to come to the peace area.